If you're an undocumented immigrant in America right now, what I'm about to share could completely change your future. The House of Representatives just passed 3 major immigration reform bills, and Texas is at the center of this massive shift. Whether you're waiting for a green card, living without documentation, or sponsoring a family member, these changes will impact your life directly. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what these bills mean for you and what steps you need to take right now. Welcome back to Immigration Update, your trusted source for the latest immigration news that matters. I'm here to break down complex immigration policies into clear, actionable information you can actually use. The United States House of Representatives has just taken a historic step by passing 3 immigration reform bills that could reshape the entire immigration system as we know it. This isn't just political theater. These bills represent years of debate, compromise, and pressure from millions of immigrants, advocacy groups, and communities across America. And Texas, with its massive immigrant population and its position at the southern border, is ground zero for how these changes will play out. Let me break down what just happened in Washington and why it matters to you specifically. The first bill addresses pathways to legal status for undocumented immigrants who have been living in the United States for extended periods. This is massive news for the estimated 11 million undocumented immigrants currently living in America. According to the framework that passed the House, individuals who can demonstrate continuous presence in the United States, pass background checks, and meet specific criteria could begin the process toward legal residency. This isn't automatic citizenship. This isn't amnesty in the traditional sense, but it is a structured pathway that could finally bring millions of people out of the shadows. Think about what this means practically. Families who have been living in fear of deportation for years, workers who have been contributing to the economy without legal protection, young people who grew up as Americans but lack documentation, they all could have a legitimate path forward. The bill includes provisions for employment verification, tax compliance, and integration requirements. It's not a free pass, but it's an opportunity that hasn't existed in decades. The second bill focuses on border security and enforcement mechanisms, particularly impacting Texas and other border states. This legislation allocates significant resources to technology, personnel, and infrastructure at the southern border. We're talking about enhanced surveillance systems, additional border patrol agents, improved processing facilities, and upgraded ports of entry. The bill also includes provisions for asylum processing reforms, aiming to speed up the adjudication process while maintaining due process protections. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. More enforcement sounds scary if you're undocumented or waiting for your case to be processed. But here's the nuanced reality. This bill also includes humanitarian provisions. It establishes standards for detention facilities, creates oversight mechanisms, and mandates legal representation for vulnerable populations, including children and individuals with disabilities. It's not just about walls and barriers. It's about creating a system that's both secure and humane. The third bill, and this is where it gets really interesting for long-term immigrants and families, addresses the massive backlogs in our legal immigration system. Right now, millions of people are waiting years, sometimes decades, for visa numbers to become available. Family members are separated. Skilled workers are stuck in limbo. The employment-based immigration system is broken, and everyone knows it. This new legislation increases visa numbers across multiple categories. It creates new pathways for essential workers, particularly in healthcare, agriculture, and technology sectors, where America desperately needs talent. It also addresses the per-country caps that have created impossible wait times for immigrants from countries like India, China, Mexico, and the Philippines. By raising these caps and redistributing unused visa numbers more efficiently, the bill could cut wait times dramatically for hundreds of thousands of families. Now let's talk specifically about Texas because this state is absolutely central to this entire conversation. Texas has one of the largest immigrant populations in the country. Over 4 million immigrants call Texas home and hundreds of thousands are undocumented. Cities like Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and El Paso have thriving immigrant communities that power entire sectors of the state economy. These 3 bills will impact Texas in unique ways. The pathway to legal status could affect an estimated 1.6 million undocumented immigrants living in Texas alone. That's workers in construction, hospitality, agriculture, healthcare, and service industries. That's parents dropping their kids off at school, small business owners, church members, and neighbors. Bringing these individuals into legal status means they can work openly, pay taxes officially, access banking services, and contribute even more fully to their communities. The border security provisions will mean significant changes to operations along the Texas-Mexico border. Enhanced processing facilities could reduce the humanitarian crisis we've seen at overcrowded border patrol stations. Faster asylum processing could mean people spend less time in legal limbo, and increased technology could potentially reduce dangerous border crossings that have cost thousands of lives. For legal immigrants in Texas waiting for green cards or visa approvals, the third bill offers hope after years of frustration. The backlog reduction measures could mean families reunited sooner, entrepreneurs able to start businesses, and workers able to advance their careers without immigration status holding them back. Here's the critical part you need to understand. The House passing these bills is huge, but it's not the finish line. These bills now move to the Senate, where the political landscape is different and the path forward is uncertain. The Senate has its own priorities, its own amendments, and its own political calculations. Even if the Senate passes versions of these bills, any differences between the House and Senate versions would need to be reconciled before anything reaches the president's desk for signature. This process could take weeks, months, or even longer. Immigration reform has died in the Senate before, even after strong House support, so while we should be cautiously optimistic, we also need to be realistic about the challenges ahead. So what should you actually do with this information? First, do not make any major decisions based solely on proposed legislation. These bills are not law yet. Do not quit your job. Do not leave the country expecting easy re-entry. Do not pay anyone claiming they can get you immediate status under these new provisions. Scammers come out of the woodwork during immigration reform debates, and they prey on hope and desperation. Second, if you're undocumented and might qualify under the proposed pathway provisions, start gathering documentation now. Collect evidence of your continuous presence in the United States: utility bills, lease agreements, employment records, school records, medical records, anything that shows you've been here and been contributing. Organize your documents even if you don't need them immediately, because if and when this becomes law, the application process will move quickly and you'll want to be ready. Third, if you're in removal proceedings or have an immigration case pending, consult with a qualified immigration attorney. Do not rely on notarios or immigration consultants who aren't actual lawyers. The American Immigration Lawyers Association can help you find reputable attorneys in your area. These bills could create new defenses or opportunities in your case, but you need professional legal guidance to understand how they apply to your specific situation. Fourth, stay informed through reliable sources. Follow official government websites like uscis.gov and the Department of Homeland Security. Follow reputable immigration legal organizations and advocacy groups. And yes, keep watching Immigration Update, because I'll be breaking down every development as these bills move through the legislative process. This is genuinely one of the most significant moments in American immigration policy in decades. The House passing these 3 bills represents real momentum toward fixing a broken system. Whether you're directly affected by these changes or, someone who is, understanding what's happening right now is absolutely crucial. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button right now. It helps this critical information reach more people who desperately need it. Subscribe to Immigration Update and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any updates as this story develops. Share this video with your family, friends, and community members who need to understand what's happening with immigration reform. Drop a comment below and let me know how these bills would affect you or your family. Are you hopeful, skeptical, worried? I read every comment, and your stories matter. This is your community, and we're navigating these changes together. Remember, immigration status doesn't define your worth, your contribution, or your humanity. You matter. Your family matters, your dreams matter, and I'm committed to keeping you informed every step of the way. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and stay hopeful. This is Immigration Update, and I'll see you in the next.